Guys, it's a new day, and I have two new perfect albums that you can listen to. Drinking tea, Japanese green tea, Ito N, very good brand. Add some honey, it's delicious. It's better than coffee. Um, so the two albums, I figured I had to do a Dylan and a Tom Waits album at some point, and they're both very good at lyrics and kind of get lumped together. So I'll lump them together. I'm not that creative. Um, the uh, the Tom Waits album was easier than the Dylan album. There's so many good Dylan albums, like Highway 61 and Desire, and Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, Time Out of Mind. Uh, there's like 10 Dylan albums that I could do, but I think the best one, or my favorite one, is Bringing It All Back Home. It's just got a great collection of songs. The lyric writing on it, even for Dylan, I think is maybe his best lyrics. The first song on Bringing It All Back Home is Subterranean Homesick Blues, which is just awesome rocking. I love the video with the signs and stuff. Might be the first rap song. I mean, it's 65. People like to give the first rap song to other people, like, James Brown or Parliament or whatever, but usually the song that they're giving it to came out years after this song. So I don't know. I think it's kind of the first rap song, but people disagree about what makes something rap. Like, do you need 808s and whatever? Anyway, it's a very good song. Very, very fun times, right? She Belongs to Me is a beautiful. I don't know a lot of adjectives. I'm not very good at reviewing music, but I'm not good at making music, so got to do something, right? I guess I could just do drugs by myself and wait to die. She Belongs to Me. She's got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Kind of describes the infatuation, honeymoon phase of a relationship, and then that transitioning into being peeking through a keyhole down upon your knees and buy her a drum. So it's like it starts out with the kind of describing this impossible muse, and then like worshiping her, and then kind of realizing that she's not real. She's a hypnotist collector. You are her walking antique. Again, just amazing lyrics. It just describes relationships in these really beautiful ways. Maggie's Farm, amazing rock song, bluesy, just classic. Just has the classic structure of a blues song. It just goes through the different family members and talks about how they're all hypocrites, and that dad's an asshole and crazy, and the mom's trying to look younger, and the brother's a fucking liar, piece of shit, and it's just just character portraits that are relatable, and the old lady is the brains behind the proud patriarch. It contains, I think, the greatest Bob Dylan lyric ever, and Bob Dylan's pretty good at lyrics, which is, I try so very hard to be just who I am, but everybody wants me to be just like them. They say, sing like a slave, and I just get bored. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm. No more love minus zero, no limit is really beautiful love song. It's kind of an unsuspicious, just earnest, it's like She Belongs to Me, but more naive. It's like She Belongs to Me when you're still in the honeymoon phase. So it's just like you're just describing this perfect, beautiful woman, this, this idealized version of a feminine angel. Outlaw Blues is like classic Dylan, kind of smart ass from a Buick 6 type. Just it's good. It's good lyrics. On the Road Again, similar, just kind of standard Dylan bluesy. Yeah, it's like a band banging on my bed. Yeah, Bob Dylan's 115th Dream is really fun. It's like they do like a false start at the beginning, and then like laugh, and then start it up again. But it's like an upbeat, rollicking, kind of upbeat rock blues thing with the kind of psychedelic, not psychedelic, it's just a dream. So, but fantastical, just like fantasy of the sky, just kind of being blown around through all different parts of America and different jobs, different experiences, different people. And you just get all these weird little portraits of becoming frustrated and moving to different cities and different jobs, and just kind of the chaos of being in America and trying to find your home, trying to find your place. It's an appropriate sort of song for the confused kind of dystopia that we live in, the United States of America. Inverted totalitarianism, that whole. Gates of Eden is very good. It's like a freewheeling Bob Dylan, Hard Rain's Gonna Fall type, just like long, acoustic, poetic, beautiful song about, it's kind of about heaven, kind of about hell, kind of about just, I don't know. I don't think it makes the song any better for me to give you my interpretation of it, but it's a good song. It's Alright Mom, Only Bleeding is one of the greatest lyrical songs ever written. He covers so many different facets of, like, it's so dense with references and wordplay. Even just you pick any verse from it, and it's like just like darkness at the break of noon, shadows, even the silver spoon, the handmade blades, the child's balloon, eclipses both the sun and moon. To understand, you know too soon, there is no sense in trying. Even just within that says more than almost any song, if you understand what those words mean. And then there's 7 more minutes of equally dense, perfectly worded, it's an amazing song. It's kind of like, if I was Bob Dylan and somebody didn't know who I was, I would take out an acoustic guitar and play It's Alright Mom, Only Bleeding. And then they'd be like, oh, okay. You're a genius. That's who you are. We get it. You go be a genius. And then the closer, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, is a fantastic song. It captures kind of, again, like settling for the hypocrisy of the American dream. It's like about how the crazy vagabond rapping at your door, the crazy pattern on your sheets, this homeless thing, this crazy thing is getting closer to you, and the dream is kind of over. But it's okay, you're safe, and you're being like wrapped up in it's a beautiful closer for the album. It's a great song. There's a lot of great versions of it other than the Dylan version of it. There's good live Dylan versions of it and other bands like 13th Floor Elevators on Easter. Grateful Dead do good versions of it. It's just it's a perfect song. Perfect album. Bob Dylan. Pretty good at words. Also good at writing lyrics is Tom Waits. Bone Machine to me is clearly his masterpiece. I like Mule Variations. I like what's the Blood Money, Dirty Money, the one with Misery's River of the World and stuff. I like Rain Dogs, obviously. Rain Dogs is what got me and everybody into Tom Waits, I think. But there's nothing that approaches the level of Bone Machine. In terms of, it's kind of like a full-blown concept album about death. Executed brilliantly. The instrumentation is really cool. He's taken that kind of swordfish trombones 30-06 style to another level of sophistication, and it's just the way the album's arranged is genius. Mark Rebo plays guitar in a lot of it. Mark Rebo is one of the most underrated guitar players ever. His solo on Black Wings, for instance, is one of the best recorded guitar solos, period. But anyway, Bone Machine to me is the best Tom Waits record. Starts out with Earth Died Screamin', which has that, experimental, clanky, primitive Tom Waits sound, and sets up the album because it's like, okay, everything's blowing up, everybody's dying, everything's screaming. It's kind of the only way to start this record, is to kill everybody. Dirt in the Ground, that's like the elegy for everybody who's dead now. It's really sad. It's really amazing lyrics, biblical references, just about the futility of doing anything at all, because we're all just going to be dead and nobody's going to remember us or care about us. Everything that we're doing is just this futile attempt to make a meaningful connection with people that'll last, or to make some grand statement. And ultimately, the tragedy is that none of it matters, because you don't know anything about your great-grandparents, and they didn't know anything about their great-grandparents, and there's like 10 people ever who made an impact on history to where we know their names out of billions of people. So we're all just going to be dirt in the ground. And he takes that on in a way that's unflinching, sort of brave. It's a very good song. Such a Scream is great. It gets back into like rocking, kind of excited. It's the first like kind of break from the fatalism of the album. Such a Scream and All Stripped Down are two of my favorite songs on the record. They're two like rockin', kind of crazy, deconstructed, bluesy things. And then there's Who Are You, which is, I think, more of like a ballad type. Yeah, it's like the fucking, it's like the, that voice. It's one of those slow, not a great song. The Ocean Doesn't Want Me is a great spoken word thing. It's a great poem. I like his poetry. I think Ninth and Hennepin is probably my favorite. Or What's he building in there? I don't think The Ocean Doesn't Want Me is his best poem on a record. I like the other two I just named better, for instance. But it's a good poem. And it works for the concept of the overall album. Jesus Gonna Be Here is an amazing blues song. It's one of the best songs on the record. It's just undeniably kind of, it's like if the apocalypse comes, you want to be out on a fucking muscle car with your acoustic guitar, drunk, singing Jesus Gonna Be Here at the sky as things descend down to judge everybody, or however the apocalypse works. I don't know, we'll find out. Little Rain is like it's like that old 55, like that old, like Tom just playing piano, singing like the fucking olds, when he was pretending to be like a crooner piano player type thing on his first couple of records. Was it Big Time? I don't like the first couple of Tom Waits records. Closing Time. Yeah, it's like that style song. So Little Rain is that style song. Whistle Down the Wind is that style song. So they're For Clyde and Tom Jans. So those are apparently dedicated to those people. In the Colosseum is a great story song. It has a cool kind of, weird Tom Waitsy sound bed on it, and then the lyrics are cool, kind of telling a very specific myth about some kind of scandalous murder it's a solid song. It's not as good as Black Wings, which is Black Wings, I Don't Want to Grow Up, All Stripped Down, I think are the best songs on the record to me. Black Wings, the lyrics are very, very good. The Mark Rebo guitar solo is the best instrumental passage of the record. And then after Black Wings, you have the Whistle Down the Wind for Tom Jans. Sounds like old Waits. Then you have I Don't Want to Grow Up, which is a beautiful song. It's the song I relate to a lot. I kind of feel like adulthood is a depressing kind of trick. And I never feel like I mature. Nor do I aspire to do that. So I Don't Want to Grow Up. It's like it's like an anthem of just remaining in resistance to the forces of society that are trying to take away your childlike sense of playfulness and replace it with this pragmatic settling for trying to do some raising a family, get some sort of altruism, martyrdom narrative going so that you think that you're better than you were when you were a kid, but really you're just selfishly creating more views. Yeah, and then Let Me Get Up On It is kind of like a rocker, I think. Oh no, that's like a weird, it's like a weird dark instrumental thing. That Feel is what I was thinking of. That Feel is kind of it functions like the Rain Dog's Closer, Anywhere I Lay My Head. Has that growly, crazy voice, and it's pretty cathartic. I prefer the songs where Tom Waits doesn't do that voice, honestly. seems kind of corny. It's almost like he's doing like blackface or something. Like it's like doing an impression of an old style of blues singing that he doesn't earnestly feel like that's, yeah, I don't know. I get minstrel show vibes from that song, those types of songs. But Tom Waits is an incredible lyricist. Bone Machine is his best album. Bob Dylan is a better lyricist. And Bring It All Back Home might not even be his best album. But I had to pick two, right?